Hi friends, it's Terri Gaines, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. On May 1st, Stampin' Up's new 2024-2025 annual catalog goes live. As demonstrators, we can purchase product early. In this video, I'm going to share the product I purchased early, along with lots of card samples I created with the product. The first product I want to talk about are the new in colors. They are absolutely beautiful. There's 5 new in colors that are available in cardstock, embellishments, blends, ink pads, ribbons, designer series paper. The beauty of Stampin' Up's product, it all coordinates. The ribbon is a woven ribbon with stitching on both sides. It's very thin and works great for making bows and any of your paper crafting projects or home decor projects or crafting projects. It's available in all 5 colors. The ink pads are available in all 5 colors. Blends are available in all 5 colors. The 8.5 by 11 cardstock plus an assortment of the 12 by 12 cardstock. You have these beautiful embellishments that are all 5 colors, 2 different sizes. These are the shimmer gems, and they are absolutely beautiful. The designer series paper for the in colors is 6 by 6 in size. There's 2 different prints. They're double-sided. You get the 2 different prints in all 5 of the different colors, in colors, and it is so versatile for so many of your paper crafting projects. I do also want to mention there is a new basic color available, the basic beige, available in the ink pad, cardstock, and the ribbon also. This will be a great addition to the color collection of the collection of colors available in Stampin' Up's catalog. Next, I want to talk about a brand new product. This is the Mix and Match product. You can purchase some beautiful envelopes and note cards. This packet has 5 different designs, and they're printed. The envelopes are printed on the outside, plus there's a print on the inside, and each of the cards has a print on the front and back of the card. All of the cards are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. There is a nice selection of prints that are going to be very versatile for many different occasions. So this packet is the Sunny Spring Mix and Match cards and envelopes. This packet is the Calming Creek Mix and Match. So we have 5 different designs here. Again, a coordinating card with a print on the front and the back of the card, different print on the front or the outside and inside of the envelope, and a very versatile package of envelopes and cards. You can coordinate those with these packets. There's 4 different ones available. You get 4 different 5 inches by 7 inch sheets of die cuts, 4 different designs in each packet, 2 of each of the different designs. So I've adhered these to a 12 by 12 paper so you can see the 4 different designs in each of the package. They're all die cut. They do not have adhesive on the back, so you just use your favorite adhesive or dimensionals. This packet is the labels in layers, so all these different labels that you can stamp on or use them for layering. So versatile. This packet is the fully flowering packet, just these beautiful floral designs in all of these prints here, or these 5 by 7 sheets. As I mentioned, they're all die cut. And then you have one that is saying something, and it has these awesome sentiments that are printed for you already. They're all die cut. You can use them for your project. I only made one quick card to show you how this would work. Is you will get your card base, whether it's a note card or colored cardstock. I actually chose this die cut, and I actually colored it in with some blends to add a pop of color, and then I chose a sentiment that's on this piece and adhered that to the card. So it's a great way to have a beginner start paper crafting, or paper crafters of all levels to have an opportunity to make some quick cards. The next, I want to share a suite collection. A suite collection is where there's a collection of product that all goes together, that you can use one code number to purchase it if everything is available. If something's not available, that code doesn't work, you can purchase things individually. There are 2 bundles in this collection. There's designer series paper, embellishments, and specialty paper. So I'm going to walk you through First, I'm going to talk about these embellishments. These are resin dots. They're in all 5 of the new in colors, 2 different sizes, adhesive on the back. There's a new glimmer paper in this suite, and as I mentioned, you can purchase it all by itself. You don't have to purchase it in the collection. And this is 12 by 12 paper. I just have a 1/2 inch strip by 12 inches to show you all 5 of these colors and just have a little display of that. With specialty paper, you want to maximize that and make it go as far as you can. There are 2 bundles in this suite. A bundle is a stamp set and dies bundled together for 10% savings. The first one is the Flowering of Beauties bundle. There are 13 stamps in the stamp set, and there are 10 dies in the dies. So the stamps have, all of them have a bold and an outline, so you can work together with those and create an image. And that's true for all of these I have shown here. This is one stamp, this is one stamp, and you have one die that will cut out all of those floral images. You have dies that will cut out these floral images, plus 2 additional dies here. And then you have one long die that will cut out all of those flowers, and another long die that will cut out all of these flowers. So it's very versatile, and there's so much you can do with this bundle. There's another bundle in this suite, and this one is called Unbound Love. There's a stamp set that's all sentiments. There's 25 sentiments in this bundle, or the stamp set. And the dies have 16 dies. So they're back to the sentiments. There are some great sentiments for your everyday card making, plus a lot of sentiments that you can mix and match and put together for all kinds of different sentiments you need for projects. These dies are absolutely beautiful. They're so delicate, and I absolutely love these. There's 16 dies here. I do want to note that one die will create this image and this image. So this is from the inside of that image, and same here, this is from the inside of that. So that's all one die to get both of those. I also want to note that these 3 work very well together. You can do some layering with all 3 of these. I'm going to be showing these on a few card samples on some other product. Then I want to show the 12 by 12 designer series paper. This is absolutely beautiful. It has all 5 in colors, plus berry burst is added to this. You have a floral design on this side, and then a floral design on this side. It's white print on that background print. This has lots of different backgrounds in this packet, and it's very versatile. This is another beautiful print that has all 5 of the in colors on this page. And then you have, this print has the white images. This one you have some beautiful backgrounds, great for all kinds of projects. This one has a beautiful floral print, and it coordinates very well with other pieces of the other designs in this packet. And then you have this design here. So when I wanted to make card samples with this, I wanted to use the designer series paper in one of the bundles, and I wanted to have a card design that I could bring multiple layers in. My inspiration was from one of my card sketches in my Inking of You card sketch booklet. There's 131 card sketches in here. This booklet is free with a qualifying order. You can see all the details on the bottom of my blog post. What I wanted to do, I used card sketch 116. What I did was I looked for a card sketch, and there's so many in here that have multiple layers that you can put different designer series papers, but I chose this one. I chose card sketch 116. Card sketches have the measurements for the layers, but you can add multiple layers to your card when you actually create it. In this case, I added 2 layers here. For this one, I used 2 different designer series papers. I used the Nested Essential dies to cut out this part, and I put the die image on here, and then I used the stylish shape banners for that sentiment. For this one, again, I used the Nested Essential. I texturized it with the timber folder, and then here I used that one die and cut out all those flowers with one pass through my die cutting machine, and I used the glimmer paper. So fun cards to create with that beautiful collection of product. The next suite of product I want to share with you is called the Country Woods Suite, and this is another large suite. This has 2 bundles, 2 packages of designer series paper, folder ribbon, and embellishments. One code gets you everything, or you can purchase them individually. There's this beautiful eyelet 3D embossing folder, and it's got a subtle design on it. It coordinates really well with some of the designer series paper in this bundle or in this collection. There are these beautiful pearl embellishments. They are 2 different colors, 2 different sizes, and these are basic gray and smoky slate in color. Very versatile for all kinds of projects. The first bundle is this Country Birdhouse bundle. You get a stamp set that's 13 images. You've got some sentiments, some decorative designs, background, you have birdhouse, and these images. The dies will cut out all of these images, plus have some pieces that you can build the roof. This part of the birdhouse, you got a die that will cut out the circle here, a pedestal to hang the birdhouse, some floral designs. I do have some samples that I created with this, but I want to show you more of the product before I show you that. The other bundle in this suite of product is called the Country Flower Bundle. You get 13 images in the stamp set. You get these different sentiments, you get a couple of other images, and then these 6 images can be cut out with the dies. There's 15 dies in this set. Some of the dies will cut out multiple images, and then as I mentioned, these images can be cut out with the dies, plus you have this. This little top can work for this image or for that image. And I also have some samples for this I'll share with you after I show you some more product in this suite. You get this dual pack ribbon. You've got petal pink and basic white. It's a diagonal stitched ribbon, 5 yards of each. It's really pretty. And the petal pink is part of some of this designer series paper. First, I'm going to show you the Country Woods paper. I have a little sample here, but I'm going to show you in a moment the full 12 by 12. So you get 2 each of the 6 double-sided prints. And you've got the Country Woods, and then you've got the Country Lace. Here's where that petal pink comes into play, that you can use that coordinating ribbon with. So let me show you a closer look at the papers. This is the Country Wood paper, 12 by 12. You get 2 each of these, and these are all wood grain prints. They are really great for so many different projects. You have different types of wood grain, and as I mentioned, they're going to be perfect for many different projects. And I love the color that we have in this packet. And I created some samples using this paper, using the birdhouse. And I'm going to share that in a moment, but I just want to give you a sneak peek of how these look at a 12 by 12 size. So what I did, as I mentioned, I used the birdhouse dies for this. And I already mentioned, I'm going to just grab that and bring this back into the picture. I already mentioned that this die will cut out the inside here, and I failed to mention that what you have left here will be that little post here. So that's how I did some of these here. I stamped and then did the die cutting. I added some of the elements to the birdhouse with the dies and using the wood grain paper. Also used the wood grain paper for the flower images. Here I have another sample. And here we have 2 more samples. So this was so fun. I will have photos of these cards on my blog. To find my blog post, you can look in the text portion of this video. It will get you right to the blog post. A link will get you right to the blog post. The designer series paper, the other designer series paper is the Country Lace. It's 12 by 12 in size again. And you have different prints here, and they're all like a fabric, and they all have like the eyelet fabric, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So versatile for so many projects. I created some samples using this designer series paper and the Country Flower stamp set. So I just want to show you the front and back of all of these prints before I show you those card samples. Now with these card samples, I also wanted to bring in multiple layers of the designer series paper. So I looked to my card sketch booklet again, and for this one, I could have chose many different card sketches, but I chose Card Sketch 86. I have multiple layers here, and I have an image that goes in this shape. There's a sentiment added here, but that's optional, and I did not add the sentiment to my samples. But again, I added more layers to some of them. Some of my layers are texturized with the Timber 3D folder. All of my images are stamped with the Memento ink, colored in with the Stampin' Blends. And again, I will have photos on my blog, so if you want to take a closer look at these card samples, they'll be on my blog. So they were fun to create. I also brought in the Country Woods 12 by 12 paper along with the Country Lace paper. Fun projects to create. The next suite I want to talk about and show you product and samples with is called Take to the Sky Suite. With this suite of product, with one code number, you're going to get the stamp set and the dies, the designer series paper, and these embellishments. They are a heavyweight embellishment, and there is a design on both sides. So you can use those in two different ways. And those are, as I mentioned, got a little bit of weight to them. With the bundle, you have the stamp set with 13 images. Some of the images are sentiments. You have a background image along with all of these images that can be cut out with the dies. There's 11 dies, so additional dies you can create an antique airplane, and then you have a banner. This is to pull the banner behind the plane. So I kind of should have put that on this side, but just imagine that it's over on this side. So with the designer series paper, there's 6 different double-sided prints. I'm going to show you the print 12 by 12 so you can see the beauty of the paper. This print, actually, you can cut at 4 inches down and get 3 panels here, another 4 inches down, and you can get these 4 panels, and then you have these 6 tags on 2 sheets of each, and then the back side you have a map design. This design is the planes in the cloud, just a fun design. And then you have a map type design on the other side. You have a 12 by 12 sheet of the cloud design, and then a plaid design on the other side. This is a grid with the sketched planes, and then you have a plaid on the other side. Here we have a map, and as I mentioned early in the video, the beauty of Stampin' Up's product is we have colors of cardstock, ink pads, blends that coordinate with all of the designer series paper colors, and then a fun background here. Now the samples I created here, I also referenced my card sketch booklet for inspiration, and I chose Card Sketch 40 for this one. Card Sketch 40 has an image like this, and many others would have worked, and it also has multiple layers that I wanted to add some of the different designer series papers in. So for this one, you can see I have a designer series paper here, another one here, added another layer. This strip I texturized with the metal diamond plate or embossing folder, and then I colored in the plane with some blends. Here's another one that I have, or I just have one sheet of the designer series paper, and then I've texturized this piece here with a new folder. This folder is absolutely amazing. It is called the So Swirly embossing folder. It is 6 inches by 8.5. So that means that you could actually texturize it and make a card out of it, have the front and back of your card texturized. I use that for this 4x4 piece. And then for this card sample, I have designer series paper, and then I built the plane with the die cuts. So fun to create with, and excited to use that and create more projects with it. Now the next suite of product is called the Thoughtful Journey suite of product. With this product, or a collection of product, you get some embellishments. These are absolutely beautiful. They're one size. They're a pearl trio adhesive back. You also can purchase with one code or separately, or you get it with the one code for the bundle, is this Thoughtful Design Specialty Paper. I'm gonna turn it so maybe in the camera you can see the decorative images here in the specialty paper. They're 12 by 12 in size. I just have smaller strips here so you can see all 5 colors together. You have the bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. The stamp set has 10 images. You have these different sentiments, a couple more images, and then these two can be cut out with the dies. You have 11 dies, so along with these two, you have these dies that you can work with and build things with. Just as a reference, that this is a greenery die that overlays on top of this one. If you wanted cut this one out with a flower color, this one with the green colors, you can overlay those. So a fun bundle to work with. The designer series paper in this is absolutely beautiful. It's the Thoughtful Journey 6x6 paper. You get 12 different designs for each. So in the packet, you're going to get 48 designs, and they have a beautiful scenic design of some floral designs and some scenic designs. The beauty of this paper is you can stamp on it and you can build onto the paper, and it's got beautiful backgrounds, which are going to be so versatile for so many of your paper crafting projects. I do have some card samples I'm going to share that I use this paper to create. I made some simple cards using this in ways that I can maximize the paper as well. And this paper is just absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to show you the first set of cards that I made, and then I have more card samples with some other product further down in my stack. So these first cards I'm going to share with you is this case that's a 3-inch piece. So I took my 6x6 paper and I cut it to 5 1/4. So I cut a strip off the bottom and then I cut it in half at 3 inches. That way I can make 2 cards with this. I also want to share with you that this is where I use those label dies I shared with you earlier, where I have the two together. The bigger one has the stitching, and then you have this one that you can stamp your sentiment on. All of these I embellished with the dragonflies and birds adhesive elements. These are part of an online exclusive. They're currently available and will hopefully be available for quite a while. But they are adhesive back, and they were a perfect addition to these. For these floral cards, I put the dragonfly, but the scenic ones, I put the birds on. All of these, I have another piece that I can create a second card with, and I have Mossy Meadow or Misty Moonlight for my cardstock colors. And sometimes I rotated the card this way. That meant I have a wider strip cut off here, and then I have my 3x3 or 3x4 pieces for these. Now I do also want to share with you that when you cut those extra pieces off, maybe you want to save these, because for example, there's some different card sketches that you can use strips of paper for. I don't have the card sketch memorized here, but as you look through, you can use different card sketches right here. You can use those scraps to do some different card designs. So I'm going to hold on to those to use those for another project. Now the next four products I'm going to show you are bundles. They're not part of a suite or a collection. You can purchase these products individually or when they're bundled together for a 10% savings. The first one I want to share with you is the Seaside Wishes. It's a stamp set of 12 images. You have images that can be cut out with the dies, and then you have some sentiments and just some great background type sentiment or images. You also have dies and a hybrid folder. So with the dies and a hybrid folder, you get 1 folder and 8 dies. So you get some dies that will cut these out, dies that will cut these out. These two are cut out with the same die that will cut out the embossed image. How this works is the folder you can use all by itself, texturize your paper, and get this image. But if you choose, you can take this die on the logo side, place it inside your folder, find the snug fit where it doesn't shift, cut side up, take your paper, cardstock, put it in here, close it, run it through your die cutting machine. It will cut those out, and then you're going to have 3 of those, and they are absolutely beautiful. Got a great texturized image on it. And I have one card sample that I created. I used that Thoughtful Journey 6x6 paper. I used the sentiment from the stamp set, and then I put 3 of those on here. So it is going to be so fun to create with. I wish I had more samples to share on some of these products, but stay tuned. I'm planning to do some future videos. The next suite of product I want to talk about, or I should say bundle. So my videos are unedited. Sometimes I have those bloopers. So I'm starting to say suites when I mean to say bundles. So a bundle is the stamp set and dies bundle together. For this bundle, you have a stamp set that has 6 images. You have the trees, the leaves, and 4 very versatile sentiments. This is great for any paper crafter, but especially a beginner. This tree can be used for cards for all different occasions. And if you have a die cutting machine, you may want to purchase the dies, and then you have some more flexibility with it. What I did was I looked to my booklet again, and I chose Card Sketch 23 for this one. And what I have is this Card Sketch 23 has this layout. And how I chose to use this is, for this card, I cut out with my paper snips, my scissors, I cut out the tree and I have the circle punch below it. I used the Country Woods Designer Series paper and then created this card. For this one, I chose to stamp. This is a lot of fussy cutting, so the dies work great. This one I chose to stamp on the paper, and then I just used my paper trimmer and cut down and fussy cut around those. Also, the Country Wood paper on that, and Woods paper. And on this one, I used these dies. I used adhesive sheets for these in the back, and then I popped these up with some dimensionals, and then created this card sample. Going to be a very versatile bundle to have. I'm excited to create with it. The next bundle I have is the In the Grove bundle. This is a stamp set with 5 images and a dies with 9 images. So these 4 images can be stamped and cut out with a die. Then you have this image in your stamp set. And then we have a treetop die, a mountaintop die, a die that will cut out those 2 animals, and then you have this window die. Absolutely love this. I just have one simple card I made with this, and I used the Thoughtful Journey 6x6 paper, and I used basic white. I cut it out and texturized it with the Timber 3D folder, and I have that Designer Series paper in the back. So just a simple, beautiful card to make. The last bundle I have to share in my video is a bundle called Layers of Beauty. This bundle, when you purchase the bundle, you get the stamp set, the dies, plus some decorative masks. I'm going to show you how these work in a moment. You get 5 different masks, or you can purchase the mask separately, the stamp set separately, and the dies separately. The stamp set has 9 images. So you have this image that can be cut out with the die. You have this image is part of this. So it's 2 dies, but 1 stamp. So you stamp this and use this die to cut out that flower. You have dies that will cut out these flowers. You have 4 sentiments. Plus you have these additional dies in the packet. Now the mask work is when you stamp, or you stamp the stamp. Then you will take the layers and you lay them over, and then you bring in your blending brush and you just follow the numbers on the layers and go through the process of adding your color. You're going to get this beautiful design using the mask. I'm going to have a future video showing you more details on how to use this. I do have 3 samples, and these samples, I also reference the Card Sketch booklet for these, and these are Card Sketch 52. I looked for an image. This one would have worked great. I looked for an image that's going to go across the card, and I chose this one. It has some additional layering here. I used cardstock, and I texturized the cardstock for those layers, and I used a stamp set that's one of the online exclusives. It's Sweetly Script, and I used it. In this case, I stamped it and cut it out with my paper snips. And then this one is colored in with blends. This one I colored in with blends. And this one I used the mask that I will share, as I mentioned in a future video, and added a banner across versus fussy cutting. So fun to create with. I'm excited to create more projects with this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. As I mentioned, this product will be available May 1st. And if you do not have a demonstrator and would like to purchase product, on the bottom of the video and on my blog post, I'll have direct links to my online store, or do reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to help you. I also would love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and happy creating.